Well, good evening, Truck and Tractor Pull fans. We made it tonight, unlike last night. Sorry about that. Man, it's that time of year. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we just had the perfect opportunity to hurry up and get some hay in. And I knew, and in fact, one of the trailers is still loaded today. So, but well, that's another story, another day. Anyway, we're gonna get through tonight here pretty quick. We're hoping we got Kendra with us, of course, as always, and Joey Radel, hopefully will get a chance to come on with us. He has the link to get signed on and everything, and but he's got a meeting or something going on, so hopefully he'll get to drop in and give us some updates on this Saturday night. But anyway, if not, I'm sure Kendra's got plenty to talk about for Sealands Grove and some other events going on here. So how are you tonight, Kendra?
I'm doing good.
Very good.
Ready for Friday. So.
Yeah. It's been interesting for both of us. We both had an interesting week so far, but we were talking before we come on live. But anyway, I would just cut you loose. I did a lot of yapping last week. 46 minutes worth of results from the Shy Diesel Extravaganza, and I've got some stuff I'm going to take care of from Dragon Motorsports Park this past Saturday and some upcoming events they have, as well as some other stuff going on that's coming up. So if you want to, we'll just let you go ahead and take off with some interstate news.
Yep. So we were able to get our pull in at Port Royal this past Sunday. Dynamite crowd. It was a great night of pulling. Perfect weather for early September pull. Did have a little teeny tiny rain shower try to dump some rain on us there at like 4 or 5 o'clock. But it was quickly out of there, and we were able to get everything in that night. Every class had a decent amount of hooks, even had 4 semis show up, which is always nice. But I guess we'll just dig right down into the results. The first class was the 10,000 Pro Farm. We had 12 tractors show up in that class. First place went to Josh Beechel on the Hustle and Harvester at 331.25. Jeremy DeLuca on the Sunset Smoker was second at 326. Matt Hauk on Old Red was third. Ivan Hessong was fourth at 310. Jeff Breininger on Red Law was 308. Dennis Boop on the Black Stripe Addiction was at 307. Ray Belak on Ragin' Red was 306. You'll see here 4th to 8th place, man, they were right on top of each other. It was a really good class.
Yes. Yep.
They really got that track dialed in early. Corey Eberhardt was 8th place. Bobby Shipe up from Woodstock, Virginia took 9th. Bradley Seal on the Ford 9600 was 10th. Eli Zimmerman with Redline Fever was 11th. And then Ray Belak, it actually wasn't Ray Belak. He let a friend of his drive it. Ray is focusing on the Snyder County points this year, so he let a buddy drive his 1206.
Yeah, I believe his name is Jason Graff.
There you go.
Yep.
Yep. 179.74 is he rounded out the class. Not too bad for his first time on the track.
I want to interrupt you again real quick. And William Bowman was actually driving Bradley Seal's tractor.
I thought I heard that.
Yep.
I was taking care of an issue at the registration table. That's one downfall. You don't always get to see and hear everything going on when you're actually working the pull.
Yep.
But hey, I had a pretty good view the rest of the night, so I'm not going to complain. The next class up was the 7800 modified class. First place was Kyle Culbertson on Sparky at 324.67. Second went to Shanda Blizzard on the unaffordable tractor at 317. Andy Forrester on Boss 9 was 316. Ricky Blizzard on Barely Affordable was at 308. Fifth place went to Ian Ericker on the Unstable. And sixth place was Ryan Harnett on the Agitator. Glad to see them guys coming in this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll make it back out next year when we actually have a points class to run.
Yeah, that's actually a couple times they've been out this way, right? Laurelton and awesome.
And I think they were at Mont Alto too, weren't they? Not 100% sure on that, but they might have come in for that poll.
I don't remember them. Could be. I don't remember.
I know they've hit at least 2 of them, maybe 3.
Yeah.
The next class was the Mod Turbo class. That was a difficult night for a lot of people in the mod turbo class.
I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it, and all the guys would agree with me. Had a lot of trouble biting at the front of the track, and then in order to get, it's a double-edged sword. In order to get a bite at the beginning of the track, you would lose power at the end, or it was just one of those nights. Steve Beckley up in smoke, John Deere, on a mission this year, took the win at 3:18.05. Jason Forrester did some fancy driving on the Pop Smurf to get 3:08.91. Art Wolliver on the Just In Case was a 3:08.02. Fourth place went to Antrim Tantrum, Kyle Grove, and he had an exciting ride.
Yes.
You have to make sure to watch the video because he was up and down and all over the place.
He had his hands full, and that video is posted. We posted that video yesterday. I think it was yesterday of the Mod Turbo class.
Yep. You'll definitely have to go watch that and look for the Antrim Tantrum tractor. Fifth place went to Rick Hauk on the Little Stinker at 2:94.13. Fifth place was Guy Gokenauer. Sixth place was Guy Gokenauer on the stress test at 2:90. Seventh was Vern on Dr. LZ at 2:86.86. Eighth place went to Addicted, the old Travis Hinkle tractor, now owned and driven by Justin Latour out of Brooklyn, Connecticut. Nice to see him come down for a pull.
Yep.
Ninth place went to Nathan Graham on the Blue Reaper at 2:78.22. 10th went to Eric Eberhardt on Hammer Down out of Mifflinburg at 2:72.08. 11th was Kayla Graham on Billet Blue, making her maiden voyage. Pretty exciting to see her do that. She did very well.
Yeah, it's finally. I mean, I've seen her name listed even at Keystone before on the driver lineups and stuff, throughout the months leading up to the event. And then come pull time, it's Davey B's having some problems.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you see that?
Well, guess what it's doing here?
Uh-oh, what's it doing?
It's raining.
Oh.
There's no thunder or anything like that going on, but it is very damp, and obviously there's a system going through here. So imagine that figures. Anyway, but
12th place was we were talking about Kayla. She did really well.
Yeah.
First attempt, you could tell she was, don't want to say she was afraid of it, but definitely didn't let the clutch in long enough to build enough RPMs there to get the turbo spinning. But then the second time, man, she got it. And it was pretty cool to see her dad there on the sidelines, giving her a thumbs up. And after when she got to go, and he was excited.
Yeah, I was going to say, because after she stops, I think she went 249, 250 something. And
259.
Yeah, it's okay, 259. And you can see Nathan come walking up the left side of the track with a smile on his face. You got to really kind of look to see a smile, but he's grinning ear to ear. He's pretty happy.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then rounding out the class was Vern's Tractors, Z Unit and Double OZ. Both of them having some hiccups. Hope to see them back out this weekend. Like I told JR earlier, Vern's definitely saying that his tractors got the COVID this summer. So definitely a rough year for the Zerby team, but you always have those. So the next class out for the night was the 4500 small block class. This class definitely struggled with some sled resets and trying to get the sled just right. Ryan Varner ended up taking the win on the Mountain Maniac out of Spring Run. So that's pretty exciting because that was pretty much one of his closest hometown pools besides Hammond's Grove. He's real close to home there.
Yeah.
Denny Stoner was second on Making Tracks at 3:11. Denny Shives was right behind him with the alcohol abuse at 3:11.44. Austin Stoner with Analyze This was 3:10. Travis Utzi on the Stomper was 3:03.64. Sixth place went to Jared Stoner with his new truck at 298.76. Seventh was Kritz Utzi with One Bad Bow Tie. Eighth place went to Sam Hassler with the Junkyard Dog at 291.28. And rounding out the class was Jason Negley on the Bootlegger at 281.73. The fifth and final interstate class for the night was the 7800 or the 7700 light limited class. Winner that night was Smokey Smith on the fast forward at 3:21.59. Second place was Jason Weichel with Unleashed at 3:11.62.
And by the way, I want to jump in here again real quick.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Clayton Sweeney, and I just
Oh geez.
I want to have a big shout out to Clayton Sweeney. He's my hero.
Uh-oh. Why is that?
Because he has both my stickers on his tractor, one on each side of his tractor.
I'm gonna have to have a little conversation this weekend with some other interstate pullers about that.
I'm sorry. I said I'm going to wait till she reads his name and then I'm going to say something. That's okay.
Yep. Third place went to Jeff Kohick, who usually drives a gasoline-powered tractor, but he hopped on the seat of Eagle Light, which is usually driven by either Greg Gress or Ben Hoke, and he was 0.01 behind Jason Weichel there. Oh. So that was that's always exciting when they have them that close in there.
That Eagle Light tractor, is that a Cummins power plant in there?
I believe so.
That's
I'm
what
not
I heard.
100% sure. I've definitely heard rumor of that, though.
Okay.
Fourth place went to Matt Dersham on the other half at 3:09. Fifth went to Shane Scott with the New Holland TM130 at 3:07 even. Sixth place was Ben Flaherty Jr. with Smokin' Red at 3:05.35. Seventh went to Michael Thomas out of Berryville with Steel on Time at 3:01. And Michael Thomas actually posted a picture. Did you see that on his Facebook?
I was just getting ready to say he's the luckiest puller on earth right now.
I told him I was impressed that thing did not come flying out of the block.
Yeah, you could hear it at the end of his run. You can hear the knock.
Yeah,
he's knocking pretty good.
There was definitely something internal, and
rods are supposed to be straight.
Yeah. And he had like 2 or 3 bends in that thing, and it didn't let loose.
Yeah, I probably should have brought a picture of that over.
Yeah.
To share. He might not care for. He don't care. But it wasn't
really care.
Wasn't a very pretty one.
Yeah.
But it stayed inside the block. So.
Yes, that's all that matters. 8th place went to Eddie Ocker on Sue Johnson's Iron Maiden at 2:97. 9th place was Marty Smith with the Ford 9600 at 2:96. 10th place was Perrin Bean with All About That Alice. And 11th was Bradley Seal on a new tractor he just purchased out of Wisconsin at 288.25. Not sure how much that thing's going to be running with Interstate next year. I know he definitely tries to make a good many hooks with us. Sharp looking New Holland.
We almost went there. You almost went there.
I almost said it. I almost slipped up.
Team Blue's not going to be happy with you.
It'll be okay. They'll get over it quickly. They always do. The next class we had that night was the 8,000 Street Diesel class. Had 7 trucks show up for them. First place went to Stephen McGowan out of Louisville, Pennsylvania, 3:32.92. Second went to Ross Harder out of Avis, Pennsylvania, 3:23.16. Third was Nick Horder out of Avis, Pennsylvania, 3:03.57. Fourth went to Tony Utsi, out of Shippensburg at 2:78.46. Fifth place went to Chet Roush out of Thompsontown, Pennsylvania at 2:76.14. And 6th place went to Mike Martin out of Hampton, New Jersey. Thought it was interesting to see somebody come in from that far of a distance, especially for just a street diesel class. 2:45.48. And then rounding out the night was Robert Utsi out of Shippensburg, Pennsylvania at 2:36.93. And then our final class, actually we split them up into 2 classes. Were the semis. We did a street semi class and then a pro street semi, just to try to keep things a little more even keel there for them. First place went to Ethan Good with Dreamer Trucking at 3:15.72. And second was Les Bear out of Mercersburg at 2:84.38. And then in the pro street semi class, we had 2, both very well-known trucks here in Pennsylvania. The first was Albert Brown with the 85 Max Superliner out of Newmanstown at 3:58.53. And second was Hank. Didn't even put his last name there on his card, with the scrapper at 3:45:37.
Hank Oster.
Oster, yep. He's like, everybody knows who I am. So I'm like, all right, man, whatever. He had a heck of a run going. I don't know if you've gotten to his video yet. He'd have definitely taken her out the gate, but he got a little too close to that right sideline and had to shut her down. So that's why he ended up.
I didn't get the last two classes, so
that's right. Yeah, Tanner had to leave.
Yeah, he had to get out of bed at 3:00 in the morning to head into work, so he was already.
Okay,
I think he had about an hour and a half sleep. He got a nap before he went to work, so.
Okay. Yeah, Hank definitely got a little too close to that right line there and had to shut her down, but still put on a heck of a show for everybody, as he always does.
Yep.
So, yeah, I was talking a little bit there to the powers that be at Fort Royal Speedway. Kind of they're in charge of the money and all the showings and all the goings on there. And they said that was actually the biggest crowd-wise that they've had there for a tractor pull yet this year.
Good.
Since they started having them.
Very good.
So that was pretty exciting to hear from a promoter standpoint.
Can you imagine? We get through the month of November. Now, I'm not going to make any political pun here or anything.
Yeah. And
we magically get back to normal. Can you imagine what next season is going to be for promoters? I'm telling you, kids and mom and dad, all families, they're going to go nuts. I mean,
yeah.
There's no reason promoters shouldn't have great showing of fans next year, hopefully. So.
Yeah, and I forget who came up and said this, but me and Brian Yeager were sitting there, and I think it might have been AJ Grove, the father figure of the Tantrum tractor there, came up and he's like, it's almost like we closed our eyes in March and opened them back up and everything's back to normal. He said that was the first place he had been to, tractor pulls included, where it was actually like being before COVID.
Yes.
People nobody was wearing a face mask. Everybody was, super happy, and nobody seemed scared there that night. And that's always so encouraging to see.
We had when do we have a July hook here at my home pool in Delta, and the crowd was as big as if we had the carnival there as well.
Yeah.
Which would be the Mason-Dixon Fair. Yeah, and we've got one coming up on the 18th. Friday night, and I look for a crowd just as big or bigger. Of course, we'll go over that information real quick. I managed to pull up that picture of Mike Thomas's rod that I'm going to try to. Hopefully, it'll show up pretty decent. I don't know, but that rod, you can see the kink in it. That rod is that.
Oh yeah.
That raised area. The whole thing's supposed to be straight. Okay, it's not straight. So hopefully you guys can see that pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's coming across here pretty well on the screen.
Yeah, that's it's good that it stayed in the block, but that's not what you want the rod to look like.
No. Still an expensive fix, but could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, you bet. So, what else is going on with? Now, who did you say won that semi class? Was Albert Brown, correct?
Albert Brown, yes,
yes,
sir.
Okay. What was so you said Hank was about to run out of bounds, or?
Yeah, so Albert was 3:58.53 and Hank was 3:45. So they were both very close to being out of track there. So if Hank wouldn't have had to shut her down, they probably would have had to come back for a pull off.
Okay.
Yeah, because they flagged Albert, but Hank was shut down before he went out of bounds. So.
Okay, I'll be darned. Huh.
Yeah.
The channel keeps going in and out. Really, I'm looking here. I don't know if maybe it's a problem between YouTube and you guys. I'm not saying it isn't here, but normally if we're having a problem with the signal, it usually tells me here, but it's telling me excellent connection the whole time. And usually if there's an issue, it'll usually let me know that there's an interruption or something. We're not seeing that here right now, so I don't really know what's going on. We apologize for that. I mean, we're at the mercy of the internet and or YouTube himself. So hopefully, it's something that'll straighten itself out. So, but anyway,
you want to go over Temple's event this weekend, or you want me to keep going with interstate events coming up?
We'll go ahead and get these results over with, then we'll head into. And I just got a message from Joey. He'll be coming in shortly, so he should be in soon. It's been almost mechanical in its repetition. I don't know what to tell you guys. I appreciate you hanging in here. Well, I got a second here real quick before I get into this Dragon Motorsports stuff. We appreciate you joining us. Tonight's the first night of Super Chat. I didn't realize how simple it was to set up. But the other day, I've been pretty much relegated to here in the hayfield. So I took some time to look into that real quick, and it was very simple to set up, less than 5 minutes. I know some people had been asking for that. So the Super Chat is working now. Of course, we're not asking you to use it. That's totally up to you. And we appreciate it if you do. But irregardless, come on here, get used to the chat, because I'm telling you, in the future here, when the weather starts turning colder and we're done with results and upcoming events, we're going to start having pullers on here. And we want you guys to come on here in a clean manner. We can always have a little fun. We can just do it in a clean way, because I'm sure we do have young eyes watching as well. And ask questions. I mean, by all means, we'll answer what we can. And we always have Davey B. Davey B's pretty much became our number one fan, I guess. He's here every week with us. And there's some other ones, too. And we appreciate that, Davey. And we're going to probably have to get him on here one day. Just one evening, just have him, because he does do some traveling. I used to do the same thing. I used to run all over the place. And I just can't do that anymore with aging parents and other stuff. So, but it'd be nice just to hear, just a tractor pulling fan's point of view.
Definitely, yeah.
He lives in New York. He's come down here. I believe he was just with you guys Sunday in Port Royal, or was going to be. Was he coming to Port Royal or something, or?
Yeah, I do think he did make it to Port Royal. I kind of got super busy there and just wasn't able to really send out respond to his email there, but I do think he was able to make it over onto what I'll call our side of the track. So
gotcha. Okay, but that's something like that, and even anybody, it's just something to look forward to here in the very near future, because old man winter's starting to sneak in on us here very soon. So, but we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be having interviews and stuff. It's coming up. So, like, subscribe, and share. Thumbs up, guys. It goes a long way. We appreciate it. And anything, just feel free to ask. And like I say, we got Jerry Radel, so there'll be another person popping in here shortly. So, and he's going to discuss the Snyder County event coming up this Saturday. So, anyway, September 5th, which was Saturday, somebody's buzzing.
Yeah, it's my phone.
Okay. Down at Dragon Motorsports Park in Miller's Tavern, Virginia, they had the Labor Day Bash. And our buddy Tanner was down there. Actually got hired to do the announcing duties down there Saturday. But they had the 8500 Hot Street Diesel 4-wheel drive trucks, and Brandon Smoot took the win at 3:31.16. Second was Eddie Poor, and that's a guy that's been pulling down there for a long time. Probably since really Temple Brizendine is the owner of Dragon Motorsports Park. Started running diesel trucks down there. That Eddie Poor name's kind of been pretty synonymous with that for quite a few years. He was second at 3:19.86. Third was John Looney at 3:16.96. Fourth, Richard Wilkerson, 3:15.55. Fifth was Travis Hudson at 3:02.92. Sixth was Stephen Garnett at 2:89.19. Seventh was David Hall, 2:31.49, and number 8 was Andrew Miller, marked as a broke. So, some unfortunate happenings there. And the 6200 National Sportsman 4-wheel drive. And what we mean by sportsman, I thought the cat was in here.
Yeah.
What we mean by the National Sportsman is this is a non-Hemi headed engine truck class, a wedge head, if you will, wedge. That's what the National Sportsman is. And taking the win was Daniel Simmons at 3:34.83. Second was Mason Brizendine at 3:34.03. Third, Rebecca Brizendine with the Footloose GMC at 3:31.31. Fourth was Michael Shiflett at 3:30 and 20. Fifth was Philip Simmons at 3:16.21. Sixth was Chuck McQueen at 3:10.62. And seventh was Donald Shiflett at 181.66. And I'm thinking usually that class is a little bit, a few more trucks usually in that class. I'm assuming this year is just one of them years. Some are going to come out and some, some have actually taken the year off. So, that could be one incident. But 6,200 small block four-wheel drive. The winner was Delton Stallings at 3:08.31. Second was Dylan Wood at 3:04.03. Third, David Hall at 3:03.22. Fourth, Leonard Stallings at 3:01.51. Fifth, Shelton Stallings. A lot of Stallings in this class.
Yeah.
3:01.01. Sixth was Andy Wingfield at 2:99.30. Seventh was Michael Goodwin at 2:89.91. And eighth was Chris Avery at 2:89.31. So that's pretty good. We had 10,000 Super Pro Farm, which is similar to the Interstate Pro Farm tractors, with the exception they do run a P-pump in Dragon Motorsports. E.L. Harlow with the Harlow Harvester took the win at 3:26.43. Second was the Lights Out International with Billy Rice at 3:26.02. Third was everybody's favorite from Zuni, Virginia.
Oh, Thurman.
Thurman Mufford at 3:18.47. I'm assuming that's the mechanical bull tractor. Fourth,
likely, yeah.
Fourth was Bob Martin at 3:18.42, and fifth was Wayne Balderson at 2:83.49. So only 5 tractors there, and I know there's several more that usually run. So, but come Southern Showdown, you'll see the classes will be really full. I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh, I'm sure.
And
most definitely.
We'll get to that event coming up here a little later in the program. And street semi trucks, Teddy Woody was first at 3:37.43. Second was Billy Sims at 3:25.43. Third, Ryan Ellen at 2:81.04. Fourth was Brandon Terrell at 2:76.23. 2:76.23. And fifth was Miles Niederer at 2:35.73. And it looks like they rounded out with the 7,000-pound light turbo tractors. I'm not familiar with that class, really. It's probably something fairly new. I have to check into that. But anyway, they had 3 tractors on hand. And the winner was John Seward at 3:09.10. Second was David Phillips at 3:08.55. And third was Michael Collier at 2:93.33. So, sound like a pretty good little event there. A little short on numbers in some of the classes, but I know the Biggie's coming up, and boy, oh boy, that's going to be a weekend, and I'm going, by golly. I've been telling Temple for probably 3 or 4 years, and this time I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to cut out of here for a couple of days and try to get my butt down there. I hear now John Nickel was telling Tanner and I better get my you-know-what down there. So I guess we'll pack the video equipment up and go see our buddy Wilbur Witt and Willie Witt, Wilbur, whatever you want to call him. I call him just all good things, I call him. I like to pick on him. But we're going to go down and spend a couple of nights down there and do a little pulling in Dragon Motorsports Park. So
good deal. Good deal.
If you've never been there, it's a nice little venue. I guess he's got some more new bleacher seating, I've heard. So he's got pickup truck spots. The whole other side of the track that he rents for the season, and he's really done a good job down there. He really has. I remember going down the first time me and Scott Jones went down there. I don't even remember what year it was. It was a freshly cut bean field. It was stubbly, and it was just a track out in the middle of a field. And of course, the shop was there. His house hadn't been built at the time, but I thought, man, this place has got potential. We pulled in there, and sure enough, man, it's really turned out to be a good deal for him. So,
good.
Yep, they do a great job down there, and I miss being down there. I used to go. I didn't miss any hooks down there, and I got busy here locally, and I'm coming. I'm going to be down there. I'm pretty sure, unless something really comes up here, or there's some setbacks with Cindy or anything. or
Mm-hmm.
again, aging parents. Anything can happen. Trust me. Actually,
Yes.
last year I had plans to go down there last year, and it was time to cut hay. So Pop can't do that by himself anymore. So that kind of leaves me only.
Yeah.
so so I kind of have to, sometimes, you have to bite the bullet and stay behind. So, but so far this year I've got the plans to come down there, Temple. I know you're going to watch this. So just save me a spot. So, what do you got coming up for Interstate, Kendra?
Interstate, we do have an event coming up this weekend. Let me get back here to my schedule. This Saturday, the 12th, at Mont Alto Fire Hall grounds at 5 o'clock. We are going to be running a pool very, very similar to our August event with every interstate class available. Is that Joey?
Hi.
Hey, turn your volume down, Joey. Yeah, yeah, we can hear some feedback there, Joe. You might have to turn that volume down.
Oh yeah, I forgot to turn my laptop off when I joined. I was watching you guys for a little bit.
Well, you can watch it. You just got to turn the volume down so we can't. It feeds back.
I turned it off. I forgot to mute it.
Well, anyway, we'll get through. We got a couple of events to talk about here, Joey. And then what we'll do is we'll just turn everything over to you when we're done, and you can finish the show out. I know you
Sounds good.
I know you got some good news, and I'm really looking forward to Saturday. It's probably been at least 2 weeks since I've been to an event, so I'm ready.
I tried to be all sneaky, and now I ruined it because I forgot to turn my laptop off.
That's okay.
Well, I was like, that kind of sounds like my voice. Like,
That's
I'm really
that's what I
confused.
thought. I'm thinking, where's the feedback coming from? And but now we know. That's good.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming on, Joey, and we'll get right with you here. It won't take us long, and we're just going to turn everything over to you, and you'll have almost a half hour to chat about whatever you'd like. So, go ahead, Kendra. You want to finish up?
Yeah, it was weird to be interrupted by myself there for a second. But yeah, like I was saying, Mont Alto is just going to have every interstate class there that evening. They're going to run the double tracks just like we did in August. $10 to get in, 12 and under are free. And it's going to be the same thing as last time. Purse will be determined at the pool. We're just going to look at our expenses and give all the money back to the pullers. We're not in it to make any money. Nobody in tractor pulling is. And if they tell you any different, they're lying. Our other events coming up is going to be Beaver Springs for the Beaver Fair. We're there on September the 22nd as well as the 25th. The 22nd is just going to be our small block minis and our big block minis there. And then on Friday night, it's going to be the big show. We're going to run interstate classes as well as Snyder County classes.
Okay.
I'm going to run the modifieds, the light limited, small block trucks. An 8500 open class, the 10.5 hot stock running with the 10,000 Pro Farm, as well as the 8500 Light Pro 9300 Super Farm. The Harrisonburg event for October the 3rd is still a go. Just got confirmation of that whatever day I was up at Foresters. I think it was yesterday maybe. That is October 3rd down in Harrisonburg, Virginia at the Rockingham County Fairgrounds. Another big show, 2 tracks. Not many tractor pulls going on in Virginia here, right. Especially this far, I'll call it north. Everything's been south there with temples. Mm-hmm. So hopefully everything's still a go there. That's always a really fun night. Gets colder than the Dickens some nights, so come dressed warm.
Colder than the Dickens.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. I tell you what.
Year I leave there and I'm like,
yep.
I should have brought more layers.
Yeah, I have an old story. A bunch of us went down to Jessup, Georgia, and that's a November poll. And Georgia, people.
But you're still in Georgia. Yeah.
It's. I'm thinking, man, it's gonna be nice. Everybody up here. It's close to Thanksgiving. I said, everybody up here is gonna be chilly. I'm going to Georgia, man. It's gonna be warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong. The first night I got through filming. Dave Moore, Steve Beckley, a bunch of us all went down the convoy, and that was the story in itself, believe me. But man, I couldn't stand still. I was so cold to the bone, man. I mean, shivering. I don't know how I got to film the last class and a half. It was really bad. The next morning we got up, I went for breakfast, and there was like a a tractor supply store down there or something. I bought thermals, I bought gloves, I bought everything for that night, the second night of pulling, man. It's crazy. When we got up that morning for day 2 of the pull, it looked like it snowed. It was that heavy of a frost. And I'm thinking, I'm in Georgia. What's going on here, you know? Yeah, I was wrong. But
yeah. Yeah, it's always gets cold there. That's not trying to deter anybody from going, but definitely pack a blanket, pack some extra sweatshirts and gloves and stuff, because it could very easily get cold
Never doubt it. And I'm telling you right now, I will have sleeves with me this Saturday when I go to Sylvan's Grove, because I know it's only going to get like around 70 here, and it's 2.5 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours north of here. I know it's going to be a little chillier, so.
Yeah, we're definitely in the fall pulling now. Summer's
That's
over.
fine.
So.
That doesn't hurt my feelings any, so.
Nope. And then the final event for Interstate is going to be at Easton, Maryland, Tuckahoe Steam and Engine Grounds. They're running October the 17th at 6 o'clock. 10,000 Pro Farm, 8,500 Mod Turbo, 7,700 Light Limited, 7,800 mods, and then their local gas and diesel trucks. Last time I talked to Jamie, they are going to let the hot farms run with the pro farms, and he is discussing the light pros running with mod turbos. That is not official yet. We are still waiting to hear final confirmation on that. I think he wanted to see how many light pros were going to be making the trip before he decided what he was going to do with that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good pull. I guess the last couple of years, aside from the early in the season pull, something always coincided with his late pull. So this year I'll be able to get to it. So,
good deal.
I'll definitely be down for that one. Hopefully with help, so I can shoot some photos. Huh?
So that's all I've got on the interstate side.
Okay. Well, that's good. Nah. That's all good. And anyway, what I have left, I have a couple of events here. I will cover the 12th for Dragon Motorsports Park. They have an event at 4 p.m. in Amelia, Virginia. They're going to be running the 6,200 National Sportsman 4x4, the 5,000-pound economy modified tractors, 6,200-pound small block 4x4 trucks, the 8,000 pro stock diesel 4x4 trucks, gas and diesel street trucks, and street semi trucks. Again, that's 4 p.m. this Saturday in Amelia, Virginia. I don't think I've been to Amelia. I can't remember. I've been to a few kind of, not Miller's Tavern or pulls like that, but I've been to I've been to Lively, I think, and Disputana of all that. That was an interesting place. that was a Sunday afternoon pull.
If we ever went to, I don't think I've ever been there.
I've never been to Amelia that I can think of. And also on September 12th, Dragon Motorsports has an event in Buchanan, Virginia. And they'll be running the 6,400-pound Pro Stock 4x4 trucks, 7,800-pound light Pro Stock tractors, 6,200-pound Outlaw 4x4 trucks, 12,000 altered farm, and the 8,500-pound Hot Street Diesel 4x4 trucks. And I didn't see a start time on their schedule for that. So I don't know what to tell you. What I'm sure the local advertising will tell you, or you can get a hold of them. DragonPulls.com, send them a message or something, and their phone number is also listed there. Maybe you can call them and get the start time for that Buchanan, Virginia event. So also coming up for them, I told Temple I'd start pushing his Southern Showdown event, and it's a nice 2-day pool there. You get to see a lot of good running trucks for sure. I mean, that's for sure. It's 4-wheel drive truck country, and there's some good tractor classes there. And I know you'll see a good mix of some interstate stuff will be there. I'm sure. East Coast Lucas Oil Trucks will definitely be down for the 4-wheel drive shootout, plus his National Sportsman for the non-Hemi headed trucks, and of course he'll be also running the national 4-wheel drive class, which is the Hemi headed, or what actually, if you have a truck that's a wedge motor truck, no Hemi heads, you can run. I'm assuming you can run. You have a chance to run several times. Really, you can run the 4-wheel drive shootout on Friday night, which is open to both Hemi and non-Hemi head. And also, you can run the National Sportsman class, and you can run the National four-wheel drive class if you got a non-Hemi headed truck. So that's, I'm assuming, I mean, my understanding is that's how that works. So, but anyway, and that's going to be September 25th and 26th. The Friday night, September 25th show will start at 7 p.m. And the 26th, the Saturday show, will start at 4 p.m. So probably starting next week, I'll have a complete rundown of classes each night. And I'll try to touch base with Temple Brizendine, and if there's any kind of updates. I know a lot of times she starts pushing, to get some sponsorships for a higher payout for the classes, different classes, so whoever the sponsor wants to, pay in some extra money and up the ante a little bit for the first payout. So, of course, he'll also be running their points classes as well, and they'll be crowning champions there, pretty sure. So, it's a good time. Put that on your bucket list for an event to attend. It's Howerton's Road. Like I said, we'll have more information probably starting next week. We'll have the address for you. But dragonpools.com if you're interested. I don't care. Davey B, you're a prime example. That's a weekend you probably want to make plans to drive down from New York. There's hotels in Tappahannock, Virginia, which is a 10-minute drive at the most from Temple's place there. So it's a real easy drive to get to from Tappahannock. And I highly suggest it. Come on down and have a good time. That's one you definitely want to put on your bucket list to go to. Chat's pretty dead. I guess it's still saying excellent connection. So I don't know if something's going on and YouTube's out to everybody else or whatever. But it's feeding real good what I'm seeing on the preview. So
yeah,
there's very little delay. It's working pretty good. So hopefully them guys are not having too much problem viewing. Also, September 18th, next Friday, at Mason-Dixon Fairgrounds here. We're having a Mason-Dixon Pools is what we call it in Delta, Pennsylvania at 7 p.m. We've got I don't know what all that background noise was, but
that was somebody driving past my house.
Oh wow!
I'm not sure what that was.
Okay.
Hopefully everything's still out there in the morning.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Sounded like it was right there beside somebody.
Yeah, that's why I was like, "What the world?"
Yeah, that's hilarious. But anyway,
have windows open or nothing.
September the 18th, which is next Friday. MasonDixonPools.com for more information. Mason Dixon Pools on Facebook as well for immediate updates. So far, hopefully the weather turns out to be good for us next weekend. But next Friday night will be stock diesel 4-wheel drive, work stock gas 4x4, hot street diesel 4x4, street stock gas 4x4. 13,000 farm stocks being offered. Hopefully we'll get some tractors show up for that. If not, we tried. Pro stock gas 4x4, super street diesel, the 3.0 smoothbore 4x4, work stock semi and super street semi. And for the first time ever at Delta, we have some of our guys actually signed up for a point series from the Hot Farm Tractor class with Snyder County. And of course, unfortunately, our event for Kevin Nutt's event, and I always forget the town name there. Kempton, Pennsylvania was canceled. So they, with the help of Joey Radel and a local sponsor here, DXI, Dixie Construction, now known as DXI, put the money up as a class sponsor, and we're going to have the hot stock tractor class. It's going to be a Snyder County Series points class. And of course, you'll see our local guys, Paul Richardson, Nick Morrison, and Dave Doherty, however you want to pronounce his name, and a whole slew of some very tough running 10,500 pound hot stock tractors from Snyder County. And this is also good for interstate guys. A lot of them are within a 2-hour drive, and they can come on over and join in the fun. So normally it's a 540 cube limit class, but they do have some 619. With Snyder County, it's 619. I guess they have some 619 cube tractors, but very competitive class. Nick Morrison's a 466 tractor, and he is right in the hunt every time he hooks with these bigger cube guys. So it should be. We have a pretty good track to offer everybody. We had some new clay hauled in there a couple years ago, and it's man, it can be a very good hooking track. So keep that in mind next Friday at 7 p.m. at the Mason-Dixon Fairgrounds in Delta, Pennsylvania. Also, September 18th and 19th is the two-day Thunder event in Lister, Pennsylvania. And Friday night they'll start at 7 p.m. Saturday they'll start at 6 p.m. And the Friday session will be enhanced gas 4x4, 2.55 diesel trucks, 4,500 mod 4x4. It's full pool production rules. 11,500 non-farm, 2.6 Pro Stock diesel. That's smoking speed rules. The street semi trucks and the hot street semi trucks. Saturday at 6 p.m. Small block high output, big block high output. 4,500 4x4, and that's going to be the interstate truck rules. Open gas, hot farm tractors, Western Pennsylvania rules. The run what you brung, full pool production rules, and the 3.0 limited Pro Stock diesel, and that's the smoking speed rules, and that's at 404 Village Road in Friedens, Pennsylvania. And you can visit Listy Grove on Facebook for more details. And if you can't be there, Smoking Speed's crew will be there doing live feed, and you can get that at smokingspeed.tv. So that's next Friday and Saturday, the 18th and 19th at Friedens, Pennsylvania, Listy Grove Park. And one more thing, October 10th will be the East Coast finale at Lincoln Speedway at 6 p.m. in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania. And the classes, like I said last week, were decided, and it's going to be the 7,500-pound modified tractors, 8,500-pound light pro tractors, the 6,200-pound modified 4x4 trucks, the 7,800-pound Pro Stock diesel 4x4 East Coast Diesel sponsored diesel truck class, and the limited Pro Stock semi trucks. And again, that will be East Coast's last hurrah for 2020, and we're all going to hope and pray for a much better 2021. So, Joey, Radel, we didn't mean to take up so much of your time, but I'm shooting for a 9 p.m. finale here. So, what you got in 12 or 13 minutes to tell us, buddy?
Tell you a lot in 10 minutes.
No, go ahead. We're waiting.
Say, okay, don't waste your first minute.
I only need 9 minutes. So
all I want to know is my filming platform ready?
Oh, dude, that's been set up since like Tuesday.
You are the man.
I've been trying to get everything done because I want to be done. I want to have everything done so I don't have to do anything Saturday morning like I always have to.
Well, good luck with that. It never happens that way.
I already know it's not going to happen that way.
Yeah.
But no, Saturday night's looking pretty big. I mean, obviously we got 9 classes to do. I see you have the lineup already posted on here. That first class is obviously going to be Wild Street. That's going to be in memory of one of our pullers who actually just passed away a month ago in a car accident. Brett Clark. He was a puller in the Wild Street, so a lot of the pullers and fans wanted to see something, so we tried to jump on it and get in there to kind of do something cool in memory of him, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, that's a good deal. That's good.
Yeah, like I told you last night, you're going to have to film the open ceremony because I have a pretty cool idea. So
don't you worry, we got you covered. We'll film it.
But then actually this month we decided to switch the pulling order up a little bit to kind of give the fans,
and I want to commend you for that. I want to commend you for that. I'm glad to see that 85 9500 class pulling second on a little fresher class. That's going to be a nice class that early in the night.
Well, that's what we went to. It's like, all right, we've been pulling the same stuff in the same order. I want to kind of switch it up and give other classes kind of a fresher track instead of the older track, and kind of give the fans something new at the beginning instead of seeing the same stuff repeatedly over and over again. But obviously second class will be the light pro super farm class. Then we'll go to the 6,300 pound pro street gas trucks, and then we're going to go to the 8,000 pound open modified class, which if I had to guess, there should be quite a bit there. And then after that is the 10,000 open tractors only. So obviously everyone knows we used to run those together and it would just be a 10,000 open. Well, we decided to split it up this month to help put on a better show, because not many people know, but actually in the 10 open, the sled is set for the modifieds. The modifieds are obviously higher in horsepower and they got bigger tires, so they can create more power than what the tractors do. So we're trying to put a better show on that way, so you don't see distances of like 330 for modifieds, tractors back at like 270s. It just puts on a better show.
Unless you're Uncle Henry, then it don't matter. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it don't matter. But then we go to the 3.0 Limited Pro trucks, then the hot stock, then the 2.5, 2.6 smoothbore class, and then we end the night with the farm stock class. And that is this Saturday, obviously starting at 5:30. So my goal is to get done like a half an hour before midnight. So I'm really going to keep pushing them at the start line all night long. Because today I was like sitting around kind of looking at the lineup sheet, and I was like, I did some guessing, and I was like, I figured like 120 hooks altogether.
With that many classes, yeah, you're fixing to have at least 100 hooks easy.
Maybe I better bring a bed to sleep in.
Yeah.
And we actually got some new tractors coming. The one I'm waiting for is actually John Lilly to show up with a sweet new looking rig that he actually just got done.
Yep.
That thing looks badass.
We'll have another case in town. Yep. Another case tractor, yeah.
I think there's going to be a case in almost every class, every tractor class now. You got Hoyts, you got DeLuca, you got Lucas.
Who?
And you got what?
Who'd you say?
I said Jeremy
Lucas?
DeLuca.
I heard that.
Chriswell.
Who's Lucas? I never heard of him.
Lucas Chriswell. Oh, you're just freaking pulling my string here.
Putting you on the spot, son.
I know my people.
I know.
Somewhat.
That's little. I'm just aggravating Lucas.
But that's this month. I mean, honestly, we seem to just get bigger and bigger each pool the way this year is going, which I'm not going to complain. We will take it.
Yeah.
You bet.
And then obviously we are heading down to your pool next weekend, which actually I was going to say something, but I didn't. I just tell you right now that you're actually going to have a few farm stock tractors coming your way.
Good. Fantastic.
So should give you a lot more in that class than what there was last month.
Yeah, we had one there. It was a very, back when Dave Doherty and Paul Richardson were still kind of before they jumped up to the ranks of PPO in a hot farm class. We had we'd probably average, we could get 10 to 12, farm stock tractors there, but people move on, and it's really kind of our fault for not really focusing on it and keeping the class going. So it's something that Mike Evans, who's pretty much in charge of this Mason-Dixon Pools group, I was like, man, I want some tractors back in here. But that's great if you got some coming, Jerry. That's fantastic. So.
And then after you guys, we head to Beaver Fair, where I believe it's September 21st. Our truck classes will be pulling for points there. And we go to Friday night of Beaver, like Kendra said, for hot stock. And then actually, I just got word that we will now be having another points pool on October 3rd. Chad Packer actually got together. Nothing official yet. He's going to give me more details on it. But we will be hopefully pulling on October 3rd. And then back to Sealants Grove for the grand finale of the season to crown our champions on Friday and Saturday night. Which actually, I don't know if you can, that shirt right there that says Warpath.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that.
Oh, so
I did a little work on that, but him and Connie's are coming.
Good.
Good deal.
Figured I'd get the word out now so people start knowing about it.
Yep. Very good.
More is coming for that pool. There's more to be said about that pool.
We'll definitely have to have you back on.
Well, we got plenty of shows between now and then, so
yeah,
we can definitely talk
I'll just
about
give
it.
A little recap of what's happened that weekend. Friday night's going to be our points champion night for the farm stock and hot stock classes, and then we're also going to be running the Wild Street, the Pro Street Gas. New to us this year is we're going to run a semi class, and we're going to do an open modified class again, and then go to Saturday night, and we're going to do champions night for the 2526 smoothbore class, the 3.0 limited pro class, and then something a little different this year we're going to do is we're going to do a strictly only pro stock class, and then we're going to do a super stock diesel and alcohol combined class, and we're going to have a run what you brung trucks only class. Was that 5 or 6 classes I just said there?
I think it was 6.
Didn't even remember. Oh, and the light pro super farm class. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
should have been on top of that one. Whoops.
Yeah, where else would you be?
How did I let you forget that class?
I will be there for one of them for sure. So I'll be there for Friday night.
Looking to be a big weekend.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad.
What we wanted.
Good. Very good.
Look, I did that in 8 minutes.
That's
You
great.
did.
That's great. Hey, that's fine. Hey, we run it. I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah. We're at 8:59. I think that's the first time in the history of me being on here we finished on time. It only took 20 shows.
Yeah, but we've only been on for 58 minutes now,
True,
so we got.
True. We were a little delayed.
Yeah, that's good, Joey. You talk to them national pullers, get them in there. That'll be a pretty big hoorah, end of year hoorah for you guys. To cap off what's really been a fantastic season for Snyder County, really. I can say that I will definitely make more trips next year to come to Snyder County. And it's not just because of COVID. You know, I formed a pretty good friendship with a lot of your pullers, and of course you yourself, and the whole club as a whole. You know, Boopy and all them. I call him Boopy, Dennis Boop, and all them. But yeah, and you too, Lucas Criswell. But
and
it's been fun. I've really, I enjoy going to Laurelton when you guys are pulling there. That's just something about that place draws me there. Sylvan's Grove is fun to go to. You take the time to make sure the pullers are taken care of, the fans are taken care of, except with the exception of the first event. I mean, you guys stuck your necks on the line, and with only sponsorship money, but
yeah.
And it worked out good for you guys. It worked out good.
I think the way this year went, this year sucked the way it went, but like for us, it was an amazing year, I believe, because we have new fans, new pullers, and they come and they're like, wow, we heard about you, but never actually got to come here. And like, we want to keep coming back because of how much they enjoy it with us. And they're like, how much dedication they see that we give to the pullers and the fans and whatnot. So
we won't blame.
That's what we're all about.
Yeah, we won't blame COVID. We can, but we can't. It gave everyone a chance to see what Snyder County is about. The Snyder County Tractor Pulling Club is about, and what you guys do for everybody. And I am more than sure, if things do get back to somewhat of a normalcy in 2021, I really think you'll still see pullers make the trip when they can to your venues to pull with you guys. I mean, that's what I see. That's what you resonated with the new pullers that you're dealing with every event, really, that you bring in.
And that's that. Like me, I try to become close with everyone that we get in here at Snyder County. Like all the pullers, I try to talk to everyone, get to know them. Like I like to make sure everyone's treated equally, make sure they have a great time, that they want to come back. I don't want anyone to come be disappointed or upset with anything.
Sure.
Like, I always want to be something that they remember and that they keep coming back.
Right.
And I know, and we actually talked about that. A few of us were talking the other day, and we are like, in a way, it kind of is almost like a regular year for us. Like, we have all of our normal guys, we have newer guys, but yeah, like, we still treat it like it's a normal year because I mean, I looked through our numbers. We basically have almost the exact same numbers there the past 2 years that we've been getting. Our shows have just been like our October shows the past 2 years, just with those number wise.
Yeah, right, sure. Yeah, you've had a lot of pullers at your shows. I mean, a lot. There was no second guessing any of them. I mean, you knew if you're going to any one of your shows, you're going to get your money's worth. That's there's no doubt in my mind about that, and you still will. And so I would say probably schedule wise, you guys really didn't lose anything, did you? Aside from your fans, the first show.
I mean, basically, we lost there at the first show. We couldn't have fans, and I mean, we lost a few fair pulls like Center Hall. We lost a few hooks there,
right?
And we lost Troy Fair. We lost 2 other hooks. The spring pool at Center Hall and the brawl at the hall. But other than that, we didn't lose too many hooks, to be honest. Each class, I think, has over 10 hooks all year.
Yeah. See, we can't say that at East Coast, man. We lost a lot, a tremendous amount.
I don't think any series can even say that.
No.
But I know, like, with me, like, I've been doing a lot of traveling the past month now to go out and talk to people. I mean, to me, it was like, wow, this is like so different, because a lot of these pullers I talk to, like, they're like celebrities to me. I'm like, how do I even talk to them? Like, I'm afraid if I talk to them, they're like, oh, you're a nobody, I don't want to talk to you. But it's like, I just would walk up, be like, hey, I'm so and so, got a pull here. And like, yeah, we'd love to come. I'm like, oh, freaking awesome.
Let me tell you something. What I've learned with helping with Keystone, and I've always kind of sort of been. Now our streaming just slowed down.
Yeah.
But I believe it or not, every once in a while, I used to be kind of shy. But one thing I've learned about working with pullers, calling them up for the Keystone Nationals event, like when we got this light super thing going. Calling the guys in Wisconsin and Kentucky, and trying to get some bigger names in there in this light super class we used to run it at Keystone, but they're always good to talk to you, and they I think deep down inside they think, well, this guy thinks enough of me to call me or walk up to me and talk to me. I'm going to listen to you, and and they like that. They like being invited to stuff like that. So don't ever fear. Walk up to them, Joey. Ask any of them, anywhere, any pulling series. They're. I can assure you, most pullers enjoy having somebody come up and say, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah.
Well, I learned that after going to Shide and going out to Alliance the other week. So
yeah,
did a lot of talking with a lot of different people.
That's good. So
it's funny how people know me, but I don't know.
Yeah, your sound's cutting out, Joey. Your sound, you get like one word in, and then the rest of it, I can barely hear you.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything different.
It's working good now.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah. That's
Maybe it's the way I turned my head. I don't know.
Yeah, don't turn your head anymore.
I have to be like a statue.
Yeah.
But okay, YouTube is not receiving. All right, so that's pretty much, yeah. It's finally caught up to us here. Evidently, the signal between here and YouTube now is being stupid. So
Okay.
I would just blame YouTube. They'll probably get mad at me, but I'm just kidding. But actually, it was working well up until about 3 minutes ago. So I really don't have anything else to add. My full intentions is to be back on Wednesday night next week at 8 p.m. It was going to be that way this week. Last night I just I didn't even get in here to 9:30 from the hayfield. So
yeah, you were well after 9 o'clock till you messaged me and was like, "Yep, good thing we pushed."
Yeah, so. It's a good thing we canceled. So, but we obviously are gonna have plenty to talk about next Wednesday. So I don't care how long it takes to get through the show. We're gonna have a big show to go over from Joey. If he's not busy, maybe we'll have him come on. Kendra, we're probably just, I don't know. Well, you got Monalto, so you'll be able to cover that.
I can cover Monalto. Okay. Yeah, I can get all the results and stuff from there. So.
And if Temple's nice enough to me and bothers to call me or talk to me or anything, we'll do some more stuff for him. I'm just kidding, Temple. If you watch this, we'll talk about you, buddy. And Joey, looking forward to Saturday, buddy. Can't wait to come up.
Can't wait to see y'all.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think Tanner's already left, so.
I'm sure if he could have, he would have stayed up from Port Royal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that boy. They I guess he said they sent him a message. The work sent him a message while the rest of the, it was a holiday Monday, but he had to go in and work at least a half a day, and they said they wanted him to start at 5 o'clock in the morning, which meant he had to be out of bed at 3, and he was still standing there at Port Royal after 11 o'clock at night. So.
Yeah.
He left when I did.
Yeah. So.
Well, he got home sooner than I did.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't let no grass grow under the truck getting home. So he's not that far really from there. So not too bad.
Well, neither am I. I just had a longer night.
Gotcha.
Say somebody had trailer tires blowing out.
Oh.
It wasn't even a small trailer. I'm still upset about that. I was like, seriously?
It happens. It happens. I had it. Gosh, we were headed down to Ivanhoe, Virginia for an East Coast book. We hooked down there one time. I don't know what year it was, but I was pulling an East Coast trailer, and we're down around Blacksburg, down near Virginia Tech. Boom! On 81. I mean, body damage and all.
I would never thought I would have to buy a spare tire for a little trailer, but now I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. So I think we had more than one issue, huh? Did I lose everybody?
I'm still here, I think.
Okay. I think I might have lost Joey. I don't know. You still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Well, anyway.
My YouTube's starting to act up now.
Yeah.
It's freezing on my end.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's 10 after 9. We've been on here an hour and 8 minutes. Joey, appreciate you coming on, and we'll, if anything changes, obviously just stay on YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah.
Snyder County Tractor Pullers, folks. If there's any updates, I'm sure Joey will be fast to be on the Facebook page and get us updated. But I know the weather for Saturday here looks very good. No rain at all, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same for Sealands Grove. And put it on. It's another another place to put on your bucket list. If you can get out of here this Saturday and get to Sealands Grove, I assure you, you won't be disappointed. It's going to be one hell of an event, and there's going to be plenty of pullers there. And I highly suggest you get down there this Saturday and enjoy a very good truck and tractor pull. Bring the family.
Most definitely.
They won't be disappointed. And we don't have to worry about Kendra blowing anything up, I don't think so.
Hey, you never know.
Never know. So.
Never know.
Okay. So is that all you have, Joey? Is there anything else you want to add, or?
I think that's all I got.
Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here then. I'll be right back with you guys real quick. I got a show. It came on 11 minutes ago, but that's okay. I'll get caught up on it. But
okay.
Folks, thanks for joining us tonight. And like, subscribe, share, hit the thumbs up, and come on out to Sealands Grove this Saturday evening. And 5 o'clock. Just be there before 5 o'clock. I think the gates open at 1 o'clock for the spectators. So come on out, man. It'll be food, drinks, and definitely good pulling action. So hopefully we'll see you there, and we'll see you next Wednesday, 8 p.m. That's the plan. Good night.